now, WMTV and the Wilderness Resort in Wisconsin Dells treating you to a birthday 4-pack of water park passes. We draw a new name each and every Friday. Please make sure, though, you enter in that birthday at least 3 days in advance. If today, May 1st, is your birthday, happy birthday. Hey, and a very special 101st birthday shout out to Mary Franz. Mary and her husband raised their family in Monroe before they moved to Madison. She was a physician for many years before retiring at the age of 86. We're told that Mary swims every day, belongs to an exercise group, and does a lot of knitting. Mary, everyone here at the station wants to wish you a very happy 101st